What's good?
Do you want any of these bits, Rish? You okay? Or do you want a hat or anything?
I do this.
Yeah, you sure?
There's some questions here.
Hey!
Can you see, Mum?
No, it's the headset work. Exactly. Is it on? Is the sound on?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. Hello, everybody.
Good.
We'll make it large. Not really large. Technical difficulties, peeps. How do you? Can you full screen it?
You can't full screen that, that's just your webcam. They can full screen it.
Alright. Boom. What we got?
Okay, we're going to ask some questions, yeah?
Where's Ass? There's Ass.
Okay, right, so we asked last about 6 or 7 questions each, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start. So, Aston loves ketchup.
Ketchup.
What's his other favourite food?
Ketchup is kind of more of a sauce. But my favourite food, actually, and you know what? I don't actually eat ketchup with my favourite food.
Right.
How bad is that?
That's terrible.
That's from Jessica Thorpe.
Jessica,
Not a good enough.
my
Not a
favourite
good
food is tuna and pasta
Why don't you
with
have
salad cream.
Why don't you
Okay.
have ketchup on it?
It's still Heinz.
I know, but why not ketchup? I'd have ketchup on it.
No, that's tuna pasta bake.
Alright, Kelly Douglas. Hello, Kelly. When do you think your next tour will be?
We're not touring anymore. No, our next tour is going to be. So we're in July.
Yeah.
Third album is December, November. Maybe. It has to be within February, March, April, or May, right?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Something like around that time.
So next year.
Maybe, yeah, early next year. We need to talk about this.
We'll talk about
we
tomorrow.
do.
We need to
Tomorrow.
talk about this.
Okay.
Molly, JB, if Nando's
Yes.
shut down, what would you do and where would you eat?
Oh. Wow.
Oh,
I don't know what I'd do myself. I'd probably go into hiding. I might hibernate. But I'd probably eat. What would I eat? Sushi. I like sushi.
Not every day.
no.
Sushi every day is a bit too much. Yeah.
Well, nothing beats Nando's. But what can I do?
Maybe Waggers.
Waggers or
Waggers is a good shout.
yeah.
I think we'd open our own peri-peri chicken.
Absolutely.
That's
That's
what
the
we do.
one.
That's the one.
Just a little
That's the one.
spice.
Just a little,
Just
a little spice.
Just a little spice.
Coming to your town soon.
Exactly.
Go
Okay,
get it.
Arisha,
Yes.
Sophie Marigold says, do you ever think, what would you be doing now if you didn't go on the X Factor?
I hate to think what we would be doing now if we didn't go into the X Factor. Hopefully the same thing. Hopefully we'll still be performing in our own little way. Back to Marv.
Sorry.
But yeah, I hate to think that. Let's just focus on the here and now.
Rish again, how many hats do you actually own and do you have a favourite one?
Oh wow.
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. I've got so many hats I could probably give every single one of you 3,000 people watching this one right now. But this one is a special one. This one's Captain America. So I'm loving this one at the moment.
That's from Amy. Hi, Amy. Another one for Rish. Laura Gunny says, Arisha, what made you pick Marvin, Aston and JB instead of different people? Be nice, Rish, be nice.
I was just thinking that. I was just trying to think of a really... because they're 3 of the most talented people I've ever met in my life. It was very easy. And we just got on like a house on fire. It was more like a friendship and a family than just, you know, working and singing together. So, you know, and that proved it. Our chemistry's the reason why we're here now. And I don't know why people are making funny faces in the background and, you know, all sorts. JB, I know you're up to no good. But anyway.
Okay, last 2 from me. Sophie says, this is to Aston, if you could describe your life in one song, what song would it be?
Wow.
Wow. Very good question. That is a question. That is the best question I think I've ever heard in my life.
That's a good one.
If you could describe your life in one song,
In one song.
it would have to be. Let me come back to that.
I know what my one would be,
What was it?
but it wasn't my question. So you will never know that
Exactly.
answer.
Reach,
Ever.
Reach next time on that, he will answer that.
Next
But right
time,
now,
next
I'm
time.
going to think for a good 10 minutes.
JB from Natalie Lewis. What is the meaning of hash? She makes me wanna.
Wow. Well, for me, the meaning of a hashtag "She Makes Me Wanna" is it's kind of philosophical. I mean, it is quite straightforward because it's "She makes me wanna." What she makes me wanna do is another question. And I can talk in circles all day, which is what makes it philosophical. But I'll say for me, the meaning is she makes me wanna jump up and down and scream.
And pick her up.
That's right.
And kiss her.
Get her
Okay,
face.
just before I pass it over to Aston, have you got your song?
I have.
What is it?
Is R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly.
Woo!
I thought you were going to say Chris Brown, Beautiful People.
No, I was, but I was either going to say Chris Brown, People, or Look at Me Now, but I thought, no. I Believe I Can Fly.
Because he actually believes he can fly.
I'm not being funny, but I didn't. Alright, we're here. Chloe McGuinness. No, you haven't answered the question.
I haven't, no.
You can
I've
say
been
it.
It's your
asking
You've been
questions.
asking the question, exactly. So, Chloe McGuinness says, Marvin, what's your favourite song to perform on tour? With a smiley face, by the way, at the end of that.
Hello, Chloe. It probably still is for me, Love You More, because it's emotional.
Okay.
JB, we'll leave him there.
But yeah, it's emotional.
Yeah. Aisha says, if you had to be a character in Harry Potter, who would you be and why?
Good question for JB. Wow.
And Rish. I want to hear Rish answer as well, because you watched the 7. You watched the. Well,
Can I
seven
answer who
in
Reach
the
would be and
past
he
eight.
answers who I would be?
Okay, go on.
Okay, that's a good one. I like this.
Reach would be Hagrid.
Oh, I don't know who it is. That sounds cat.
That sounds cat.
I don't know who Hagrid is, but that sounds cat.
I would be a little bit
Bye.
like peeved right now if
No, Hagrid is wicked.
Bye.
Hagrid is the good guy. Reach, don't do that.
Okay.
Hagrid's a nice guy. He is a really nice
Is he
guy.
Butters?
No, he's not.
Is
No.
he Butters? It's cool.
Is he?
Is he Butters?
To be fair, he's a cool guy.
No, he is a very cool guy.
What does he do?
He's just got big legs.
Your head's cut off from the
Reach
back.
has got big legs. That's why he's Hagrid.
Okay, well, who would JB be?
Reach.
If
It's not Lord of the Rings. You can't say Gollum.
okay, I'm gonna say the obvious because he does remind me of JB a lot, and that's Harry. I will say Harry.
Thanks.
You know why I say Harry? Because Harry knows what he wants, and he goes for it.
Wow.
And
Thanks, Reach.
I think that's a major trait in JB, and that's the kind of thing that Harry always has.
Wow. So
yeah.
JB would be Harry, and you got bored with Ingrid.
No, but we're best friends.
Yeah, pretty.
Hagrid.
Hagrid.
But we're best friends.
Yeah,
so
we're-
it's all good.
Yeah, we're
Reach.
homies. Yeah, we're good.
That's how
We're
we roll,
homies.
bro.
See? We're working as a
See?
team. Do magic as a team.
But
That's,
JB still won.
Yeah.
You could have been Ron Weasley then.
yeah, well, that's it.
No, because he's
Could have been Draco.
Exactly. You could have
No,
been.
you
You could have
didn't
been.
take that. Mark would have been
What's the
Draco.
Weasley?
I could have been a lot of things,
Voldemort. You could have
fellas.
been Voldemort.
I could
That's
have
who you
been.
could have been.
I
You got
could have
bored.
been
Oh,
a
Hermione.
lot of things, but I just wasn't.
Oh, now you even said you could be Hermione. Okay, we're gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this. Okay, I'll see you guys
now. Rich,
later.
question for you.
Bye.
What can the fans expect from the third album?
We're
In 5 words.
5 words. New school, love, sexy sounds.
Wow,
Wow.
nice, I like this. What was that again?
We love sexy
New
sounds.
school, love, sexy sounds.
Wow.
That's kind of close to Justin's though. Future sex love sounds.
Yeah, to be fair.
No,
it's
that's kind of close.
New school.
Love sexy
Love
swagger.
sexy swagger. Oh my goodness! Right
Wow,
there.
wow. Swagger Jagger.
Swagger Jagger. You can get some of your own.
Wow.
Laura
Yeah,
says,
Laura.
oh, that's the
Anyway.
exact same question as Sophie just asked. So,
Oh,
Laura,
Laura,
thanks for
you
that
got
question.
your
And
answer
Sophie.
before Sophie asked.
Exactly, so that's,
Right.
that's kind of, thanks. Fadenwo, Marigold, same last name, perfect. Maybe related. What's the funniest pranks you've ever played on each other?
I think you should answer that one, actually.
I can't, I'm asking the question, Sean.
Well, today
Oh, here we go.
we did a photo shoot
Oh.
for Heat magazine, and we had a food fight in the
Yes.
photo shoot. And obviously, you guys haven't seen that yet. You're going to see it in the next couple of weeks. But it was one time today I dashed a lump of jelly at JB's head,
And it went.
and it made the loudest slap ever. Yeah, right on the top of his head there.
Right.
It was wicked.
And then Reach got a face full of yellow
Okay.
rubbish.
So
Sorry.
it's just all there.
So that was quite cool.
Yeah, that was yeah, dangerous. Don't do that at home. Okay, and Tessa. Tessa says, "What's your favourite cartoon character from your childhood, boys?"
Ooh.
Wow.
Mine's got to be
Super deep duper.
Bonnie.
I love you.
Okay, wait, no, Marvin.
No, don't do that, bro. That's kind of scary.
Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun.
I'm
Reach.
gonna say nothing right about
You're
now.
one of my
Marv,
special.
Marv. Reach.
That is wrong.
Reach.
That
On
is-
so many
I
levels.
feel you.
Reach, what's your favourite character, bro?
I'm getting away from you. My favourite character has to be. Oh man, I've got so many, but I'm gonna go Wolverine.
That's a great shout. That's
Yes.
a great shout.
Wolverine.
James.
Mine has to be Captain Planet.
Wow.
Because he's a hero.
Planet.
He's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. All right, Jay-Z,
Jeez.
calm yourself down.
See, he
Drake-
watched too many
Drake-
cartoons.
Drake
didn't he?
in the building right now. That's fantastic. Okay, JB, you want to answer?
Yeah.
Answer. Ask.
Ask,
Well,
ask,
ask some
Ask.
questions.
ask some questions, man.
Before I do that,
You need to
Can I
ask some
read this
questions,
out?
man.
Okay, you can read this out.
Super
this is a
deep
present from my
duper.
friend. It's my favourite sweets. I
Oh,
haven't separated
My
the yellow ones yet,
favorite
but I'm just gonna
sweets.
read. Yeah.
Answer.
JB.
wowsh.
From hold on. At Faye Baby, she says, "Hey JB, got my beautiful yellow guys some M&Ms. The packet was yellow, so I thought they were perfect for you. Hope you enjoy them and they make you smile, that beautiful smile of yours. Love always, from Iffy Gill." Ah.
Wow. Oh.
It would make me so happy if you DM'd me at Faye Baby. Okay, Faye, I'm gonna try and DM you. Anyway, question time.
You
Cool.
better DM her.
I got this from some of the fans. Oreos. Sorry, go on. Go for it.
Okay. Seema says, "Where do you guys see yourselves at in the next 5 years?" Mauricio. Aston.
Huh?
Marvin.
Wow.
Me.
Aston.
What?
Where do you see yourself in the next?
How do we got 3 of us?
Because I just can't choose.
Okay.
Probably touring. She makes me want a part 2, so you find out what she makes you want to do.
You have a lot more tattoos.
I'm gonna have a few more tattoos. Probably. There's the newest one. Can we see this? Anyone?
It's quite
See
red.
this? It's coming forward. It's coming forward.
It's quite red.
It's coming forward. It's very red right now. As you can see.
Does it hurt?
You'll see. It doesn't hurt. It actually itches. I'm trying not to itch it right now. But yeah, I'm gonna have. No pain. Yeah, so more tours, more songs, and more tattoos. So it's gonna be STT.
STT.
Songs, tours, tats.
Cool. Carolyn says,
Hi, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
"Hi Carolyn.
Hello, Carolyn.
Are you going to get time to have a holiday this year, and where would you like to go?"
Well, JB, you can ask this yourself. Even though you answered the question, you might as well answer it.
You sure?
JB made us go on holiday anyway.
Well, where would I like to go? I would like to go to Australia, to the Great Barrier Reef,
Wow.
and go scuba diving.
Well,
Hey, oh, that sounds amazing.
that looks like what we have to do now.
That's what I'd like to do. So, if you can just let us have like, how long do you need?
How
3
long do you need?
weeks.
3 weeks would be nice.
3 weeks.
3
okay,
weeks.
JB wants 3 weeks.
So if you guys just let us have 3 weeks off, then it's cool.
No.
Yeah, I don't really want to. But
No? Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to go this year. That's fine. Wendy says, did you have nicknames at school and what were they? Do you still get called by those names? Yeah.
I said
Marvin.
starving.
Starving. He is still starving, so.
I got loads. One of them was Music Boy, because I wouldn't bloody shut up.
music.
I'd sing all the time. So they just say, "Oh, Music Boy." That's a bit boy. Bit boy. Yeah, very boy.
Does anyone understand what you're saying?
I don't
I
understand.
understand what
Okay.
you're saying.
Sorry, I'm
Currently
really
eating your Oreos.
Yeah, just carry on eating the Oreos. You just relax yourself.
Aston, how about you?
I had loads. The main one was AS, because obviously the first 2 letters of Aston, that was... People still call me that now, to be
My
honest.
ass.
As... Did you go... How do you spell ass, Mum?
Ass.
Yeah, how do you spell that?
Ass.
Ass.
Anyway,
previous school just ass.
No, I don't get what these words from that.
Marvin has suddenly become American, and I'm going to ask another
Listen
question.
Okay.
Which is from Lauren,
What's
and
up,
she
Lauren?
wants to know what
Ass.
Boom.
the one highlight of the summer tour was.
Ass.
Just one.
The rain.
Yeah.
The rain. It rained every day on the summer tour. That was the
It
highlight.
didn't rain in Ireland,
Rock'em Island.
and it didn't rain when we was in Alton Towers,
Rock'em Island Towers.
and it didn't rain when we were... Where else were we?
Chelmsford. No, it didn't.
Norwich.
It rained there. Norwich didn't rain.
Apart from Norwich.
So half of it rained, half of it didn't.
All right, Tracy,
Tracy.
says,
What's up, Trace?
which superhero power would you like to have and why? Marvin.
Yo, what's up, Trace?
Yo, what's up, man?
I don't know.
American accents.
Okay, right.
Ass.
Yo, Trace,
Ass.
what's
What's up, Trace?
Yeah, what a good
Okay, so
Trace.
Trace.
What's good, Trace?
Superhero power. Well, from someone that is already a superhero.
Any super...
Any-
Okay, I'll always say I'll probably be Bruce Wayne because he's a billionaire baller.
No,
He
that's
has-
not a power.
Okay, back
Bro,
No, that's
Oh, you
not
wanna-
a power.
no, okay, sorry, my bad. So it's not what superheroes
He's
would
not
be.
saying
got
baller.
power.
Superhero power.
I'll be a billionaire baller and just buy
You want to read it? Right? What? Which
Okay.
superhero power
Let it happen.
would you like
Let
to
it
have
happen.
and why, Reece? You
I will
back
be
down
a
in the
superhero.
front.
Sorry.
I would like to be able to heal people from my touch.
That is a very good one. That's
That's
very
very
selfless
nice.
as well.
Very
I'm a
selfless.
selfless guy.
Arisha.
Yes.
I'm going to very selfishly say that standardly I'd like to teleport. Teleportation, standard.
But Reece,
Teleportation
Reece,
is
but
super.
anytime that someone was in trouble, you could teleport them from out of any trouble.
Well, there you go. Actually, let's touch on that one too.
Ask.
Me, I would like to have super agility.
Super.
So like if I wanted to run fast, I could run fast. If I wanted to jump far, I could jump far. Any athletic sport, I would definitely have to win because I'd be good in all of them. So when you have agility, you have the strength, and it mixes everything up.
Agility's a good
You'd be
one.
like a Superman.
Reece. I think you should answer some questions.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so where are we at? Okay, so Jasmine says, I'm going to put in this to JB. If you could change the genre of your music for one song, what would you change it to?
Oh,